Hey guys, this is Zeke, and Happy New Year! That's right, we are now in the year 202? Oh, wait a minute. Ah, there we go. We're in the year 2025! Yay! We made it to a new year, and this is my first video of the year! Well, my first YouTube video of the year! Woohoo! And I decided to start off the year with this brand of videos. For those of you who either recognize my channel and see my videos, or for people who are new to my channel, I need to tell you that I am a collector. I'm a collector of many things, like toys and movies and videos and games and a whole bunch of stuff that I never showed you on YouTube. And well, someday, but the point is, a few years ago, I made a video about my games. Like my board games and my video games. And since it's been a while since I've shown you, I think I'm going to do a little update on them. Would you like to see that? Would you like to see the update of my games? I can't really hear your answer from here, so I'm assuming yes, indeed. Now let's go to where my games in the garage are. Yeah, it's really cold in my garage right now because of cold weather, so I need to put on a coat and jacket while I'm in here. But that won't stop me from showing you my games that I keep down in the garage. Now, when it comes to my things, I try to be very organized. So not only do I have them in a certain order, I also have them in my notes on my iPod. See? My game information. Yeah, these are games that you can play with friends and things, but you can't actually own them, but that's a different story. Anyway, let me start you off with board games. Yep, we got checkers and Chinese checkers, Chutes and Ladders. I recently got this as a Christmas gift from my dad, a Mickey Mouse version of Monopoly, and Candyland. Yeah, even though I have them in order, I try to get them in the order of when each game like came out. Like, even though this is the Mickey Mouse version of Monopoly, Monopoly came out like after Chutes and Ladders, but before Candyland. Yeah, I try to be that organized. I have them in order by when they came out, from oldest at the top to newest or recent at the bottom. And I'm sure the Winnie the Pooh version of Candyland came out years after the original Candyland came out, but I try to keep versions of the same thing together. And this is a memory match game, but this is an Ice Age version. You know, Ice Age 4 with the pirates. And Hi Ho Cheerio, Operation, but this is a Despicable Me version of Operation. I want to say that I used to have the original version of Operation, but I don't anymore. But I'm not too sure. And Trouble, and Pokemon Island. And these are my board games. And over here are my, well, if you've seen my previous video, I called them pop-up games because on the internet they call them board games, but how can they be? You don't play them on a board. They're like games, but they're toys. So which is why I'm renaming them toy games. Oh yeah, I have them arranged in a certain way because I try to keep them in the order of when they came out. So Game of Cootie came out, and that's the oldest one I have. And Don't Spill the Beans, right there. And Rock'em Sock'em Robots, which is down there. And Barrel of Monkeys, which is this. Yeah, sorry about the fading in and out thing. I need to find a better way to do that. And don't break the ice, but I'm still looking for that. I know he didn't sell that game. It must be in the house somewhere, but I'm still kind of don't break the ice. I'm just considering it as... Sorry, missing. The Ants in the Pants and Jenga, which are back here. One moment. Here we go. Ants in the Pants and Jenga. And then we have Suey Six Pins. Yeah, Barrel of Monkeys and Suey Six Pins used to be in my toy collection, but after doing some research on both of them, they're considered games. Which is why they're up here instead of with toys. And in my last video, I tried to give instructions on how to play each game. And since I already did that, I probably don't need to do it again this time. Yeah, why not? Checkers, basic. You have black pieces on one end, red pieces on the other end. You try to jump over each one, and whoever gets the most of the other one wins. In Chinese checkers, you just try to get the same color. Alright, let's say you have green on this side and red on this side, and you try to get all of your green pieces on the red side, or you try to get the red piece on the green side to see, and whoever gets the most, it gets all of them on either side first wins. And Chutes and Ladders, maybe you try to get to the top by spinning the dice. Not spinning the dice, spin an arrow. And if you get the ladders, you get first to the top, but don't get to the slide or you'll go down. And Monopoly, I actually played that last night. It took me a while to figure out how it works, but when I got the hang of it, it's pretty fun. Now this is a money kind of game, which was going to take a long time to discuss, so I'll just move on. Candyland, basically you spin an arrow and move the number of spaces to get to the top of the game. Same with Winnie the Pooh's Candyland. And the Merry Match game, well, I don't know if this one is considered a board game, but you take these cards and you have them all face down and you try to match two of the same one, and whoever gets the most wins. And Hi-Ho Cherry-O, and I think you spin an arrow, another spinning arrow game, where you try to get as many cherries into the bucket as you can. And if you land on certain ones, you have to put a couple back on the tree. And Operation, well, it's like the original Operation. You try to get the little pieces out of the man, or in this case, the minion, but don't touch the sides or it'll buzz. And then it'll be the other person's turn. And Trouble, yeah, the dice is in a dome, and you have to push it to get the number, and let's say you're red, and you have to get all of your red spaces around the board and up there, and whoever gets theirs in that row first wins. And, honestly, I don't remember how to play Pokemon Champion Island. It's been a while since I played that one. Maybe sometime this year I'll bring that back out to remind myself how to play them. I remember how to play these because I recently played all of these games except this one for some reason. But I will get to that game eventually. And there's Cootie, one of the toy games. And you roll a dice and you get the parts to build a Cootie. But you have to build a certain way. You have to get either the head first, and the number of eyes, and the number of antenna first. Yeah, it's a bit weird on how to play this, but it's fun when you get the hang of it. And don't spill the beans. You try to put the mini beans on top of that head, and whoever makes it fall over loses. And let me see if I can do it from here. There we go. Ants in the pants. You get these little ants and you're trying to get them in the dog's pants. I know it's weird, but games are weird. And basically Jenga, you take a block from a bottom part of the tower and put it on top, but whoever makes it fall loses. And Battle of Monkeys, basically you try to get as many monkeys chained up as you can, like linked together by the arms. And Silly Six Pins, it's a bowling game for little kids. But the batteries aren't in right now, but when it's on, the pins talk right before you bowl and even after you bowl. Alright, there's the board games and the toy games. And now, here are the card games. Like, they're Go Diego Go versions of Rummy, Crazy Eights, Memory Match, and Go Fish. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail about how to play card games because a couple of these can be complicated to play. It'll take too long to explain it. Oh! Silly me. I forgot about Rock and Sock and Robots. You just have these two robots fight each other until one of the head goes up. If the head goes up, you lose. And finally, in this video, I'll explain my only arcade game. Yeah, originally I had these considered as toys, but I decided to not do that. I call this an arcade game because, remember Pinball, the game Pinball? Well, you normally find these at an arcade, which is why I consider this an arcade game that I can play at home. Now, I don't know if this works or not, but let me try it out. Well, it kind of works. The numbers are supposed to appear on here, but I guess that part's broken. One-handed. Now, when the ball hits the other player, it's supposed to light up, but I guess that part's not working either. And this thing is pretty old. And usually you're supposed to have both hands so you can control both, but one of my hands is controlling the video camera. And then you pull this to put the ball back. So yeah, that's basically how you play this, in case you're not familiar with pinball. Now, apologies if I was stumbling while explaining how all these games work. I'm just trying my best to explain them by memory. Since even though I recently played them, it took me a while to remind myself how to play each game. And one day, I will find Don't Break the Ice. Someday. If we still have it, but I know we still have it. We just don't know where. My goodness. So, yeah, these are my board games, my toy games, my card games, which are new to my videos, and my one arcade game, which is new to my videos. And now, in the next video, I will show you